So the Arbrea Suite app is relatively newer technology. Okay, so there have been preoperative imaging simulators in the past. I've had experience with most of them. Two probably more commonly known, at least in the United States. The challenges with some of those are quite bulky. So oftentimes you have to have a dedicated room just for this device. Somewhat complicated or complex. So the integration with staff training and getting them to understand the complexities of how we're adjusting things, costly. So it's a significant burden in that sense. And so that there are a number of things that made us more hesitant to bring that on, even though we felt like the imaging was getting good and better, and there was some data to validate that. Other concerns have been, other technologies, you take the imaging, it gets uploaded, goes over the internet, is rendered, and then brought back to your office. That takes some time. And so where you're trying to be more efficient and have consultations more smooth or more efficient instead of taking longer, that's a negative. And then there is some concern with that transfer of data over the internet. This is patients' sensitive photos, and where are they going and who's looking at them and how are they coming back. And so the nice thing about Arbrea is it obviates a lot of those things. And so it isn't a large footprint. It's an iPad, which everybody knows how to use an iPad. It's an app, so everybody knows how to work through an app. So the burden to staff and the time and the room size and all of that isn't an issue. The data is such that it doesn't need to be uploaded to the internet. You don't even have to be on the Wi-Fi or the internet. And so you're more confident in that sense as well. And it's really seamless and almost instantaneous, meaning seconds instead of minutes even. And so all of those things make it just very easy to adopt and bring on. Patients or the staff are very comfortable getting up to speed on it. And, there's a cost to it for sure, like any new technology, but it doesn't carry the same burdens as some of those other ones. Prior to bringing on Arbrea Suite, we used the Mentor sizing system. Became very adept with that. We did it with every patient. And so I knew if she liked this volume or this size, this is what I should choose as an implant, and that will give her a similar result. There were some challenges with that. A number of them. One is time. So it takes some time for a patient to be in the room, trying on different sizes, putting on a bra, turning different sizes and things. And then the sizing system is a set profile. And so I had to take into account for that. If they're thinking moderate plus, but we're talking high boost, that's different. And it really didn't fit every frame. Meaning if the size was this wide, but their chest was this wide or this wide, you have to take that into account too. So with the experience, we were able to do that, but efficiency of the consultation, the accuracy for the patient to look in the mirror and say, this is what it's going to look like, wasn't the same. And so really it's been a huge leap forward to bring in Arbrea. It's the patient looking at themselves with something that is matched to their breast measurements or their footprint. And it's just quicker. It's just a smoother process to put them up on the screen, show them the options. That's the one I like.